Hey, what's going on YouTube? Thanks for watching, everybody. So what I have here is my 125, which is next to my 220. And I'm actually using this as a dual breeding group of Malawi Trout and Phoenochelys Tanzania. And you may think that's an odd thing, and it kind of is, but the thinking with that is two parts. One, sapphires and trouts are completely different, so your risk of crossbreeding is significantly lower than like if I had, white lips and phenos in here. And two, Malawi trout, though they can be considered predator haps and can get very large, they're not known to be one of the more aggressive ones going after other fish. So they kind of have more of the temperament of, a more common hap would, in my experience, and actually that's a lot of other people's experience as well, is that though trouts get very large, they're not always, killers. They're not going after fish all the time and just harassing them and beating them up. So anyway, you can see here is my male. All four of these guys are about 7 inches. Female there, and female up there. And I have the group of 8 sapphires that you guys have seen before. 4 males, 4 females, headlined by the big guy, who's about an 8-inch fish. He's really big. I apologize, the tank is all dirty and the glass isn't very clean. I wasn't planning on doing a video today on this, but I'm actually going to be out of town for a couple days. So this is my last chance to get a video out before I head it out so you guys can have an update. What else is going well in here? You've seen that the trout have already been breeding and that they've been holding and actually stripped her. You can see I've got about 35 to 40 little wigglers there doing very well. And a special shout out to Paul, the inventory king. Granted that I've bred fish before, but I've always let them hold naturally. I've never dealt with an egg tumbler. So I reached out to him and he was more than willing to give me his pointers, show me some videos, and really kind of guide me the way to have success with a tumbler. Though it might not be a complex setup, there's a lot that can go into it as far as, what works best for what type of fish. So he was willing to spend some time and give me some pointers on that, so I appreciate it. If you guys aren't subscribed to him, which probably a lot of you are, make sure you do so. I'll put a link to his channel in the description to this video. So anyway, I have high hopes for this tank. Everyone seems to be doing pretty well. I think they're going to breed well all together, even though they're sharing a tank. I don't foresee any problems, but whatever does arise, you got to be ready and deal with it. Background could use a bit of a cleaning there. And the other thing that I will say about having the trouts in a 125 breeding is I know that's not necessarily the size of tank you'd like to see, for a full size 14 to 16 inch Malawi trout. They don't have a ton of room to turn around. Granted, can they live in the 125? Certainly they can. But that's not ideal, especially when I'm going to have 4 of them. So my plan is I'm going to breed them in here. I think they'll be more than comfortable till they're probably 12 inches. If they exceed past that, I either have someone interested in buying them who has a bigger tank, or I'll simply move them into my 220 and they'll do just fine in there. So I don't want you guys to think I plan on having 4 16-inch Malawi trouts in a 125, because that is not going to be the case. I always have the best intentions for the fish above all else. So when I start to feel that it's not appropriate for them to be in here any longer, they will not be, even if that means that I have to let go of the group at that time. So, that's just the way it goes, but that's life of a fish keeper. So I appreciate you guys watching. Feel free, any comments, questions, anything you got below, let me know. Even if you don't like the video, you're not going to hurt my feelings. So have at it. Until next time, see ya.